what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Reminiscence. Now this is a science fiction neo-noir thriller that stars Hugh Jackman, Thandie Newton, and Rebecca Ferguson, also Cliff Curtis too as well. Now it's also directed by Lisa Joy. Now this film takes place in the future. Now they don't be specific on exactly when the film takes place, but it is like in the future, and it's actually set in Miami because they're actually like rising like water, because you know we all know that the water level is rising on the planet with the climate change has caused like the seas like to flood, and it's like Miami is like a flooded city now, but people are actually still living in it. Now that is, and I saw this in IMAX too. Now I must admit that is what made this movie like awesome to look at, and visually like looks cool, because you see all these different areas where it's cities, you know, where a part of like Miami and stuff is like flooded. Even traffic goes through, like you have like the trains that go through like the water, they still use like the railroads that's like flooded and so on. So it is a very like cool looking movie, and it is like set in the future, but they don't tell you exactly what year, you know, but apparently it's like way in the future, you know. But that is what makes it cool. But the film itself is actually about this character who is known as because Hugh Jackman actually plays Nicholas, or they call him Nick Bannister throughout the film. He's actually like a person who runs out this place that actually can make people, you can actually relive like memories from your past. So he actually comes across like this woman one day known as May, who's played by Rebecca Ferguson, and once he's doing like this memory trip thing, it's almost kind of reminds you like the Matrix or Total Recall to a certain extent, because they put you like in this memory machine where you can actually like experience like memories from your past, you know. It's like a virtual reality type thing. But he falls in love with this woman named May, you know, just suddenly she ends up disappearing. So then he eventually actually gets obsessed with trying to find what happened to her, and he tries to relive other people's memories who knew her too as well. Now on top of that, he's like a former, I think, U.S. Navy SEAL, I think he said that he was. So he has like experience with like fighting and guns and all that kind of stuff too, because he actually has to use that throughout the film, you know, to actually try to track her down, because he'll try to capture people and take their memories, you know. So like I said, I just leave it at that because it is kind of like confused, but I thought it was a pretty entertaining film. It was actually better than I thought, and like I said, visually it looks awesome, and it definitely is like a noir type film, because like Hugh Jackman, he's like constantly narrating what his character's like doing throughout the film. He's saying like, you know, like he'll say stuff like, I remember when she was actually here and all that, you know. It's like similar to films like Blade Runner, and films like that where the person's actually narrating what already had happened, you know. So I thought it was pretty cool. Now you also have Thandie Newton, who plays Emily, and she's like a close partner of Hugh Jackman's character known as Nick. They are both together, and they work on a stand called like the Reminiscence stand. They're the ones that actually run that particular thing. Now the film, like I said, it's pretty entertaining. I thought it was awesome. There's some cool action scenes in it too, but it can be kind of confusing at times, and I do think that the technology they were using is just too far-fetched, because they're saying it's the near future, but this has to be like way in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like in the 30th century or something like that, because the way Miami itself is like flooded, you know. But I thought it was a pretty entertaining film, so I'm gonna give it like a B-. Now I definitely recommend it for fans with like science fiction, neo-noir type films. It's definitely for that crowd. I think you would be into it if you like those kinds, especially like this main character is actually narrating the film already as it's going on. I always thought that was kind of cool, and like I said, visually it's awesome, because I saw it in IMAX too, you know. So yeah, I'm giving it a Reminiscence. I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.